My name is Doris and I'm a real estate agent. Where I was with my weight, I felt like as I was starting to get a little bit older, I had put on some weight, and no matter what I did and how little I ate and how much I exercised, that I was gaining weight. And then I started to get scared that if I didn't do something about it and I got older, then I definitely wouldn't be able to lose it. And I had tried several things, and I thought I was ready to do something different. The reason that I chose to work with 32 Mondays is because of Arantxa. I had had a relationship with her before, and I was very intrigued when I first met her about what she was thinking of doing. So I felt, hey, let me try something new, something that wouldn't be a fad where you just do it for a little while. And I had done stuff like that and it just never worked. So I thought that maybe educating myself in what I needed to do that I can do long term would be beneficial. During our sessions, I probably realized that even though I ate very healthy food, meaning I didn't do processed foods, I wasn't into sugar, I don't have a sweet tooth, I'm not a big drinker, but that I just wasn't eating enough. So by speaking to you, I realized that, it's not about just having like 1 or 2 shakes a day and a small meal, especially with the amount of exercise that I was doing, that I really had to feed my body and feed it properly. For me, especially with what I do, I'm taking people out to look at houses, or I can go maybe 3, 4, 5 hours and not pay attention to to the way I'm feeling hunger-wise, and then I would eat whatever was available, or I'd wait till I got home, and then by that time I would just shovel anything in that I had in my refrigerator. So now I'm very prepared. So I make sure I always have snacks in the car with me, so that if I do get stuck, I could always just have, whether it's some nuts or a little piece or some avocado, anything that I can have that'll fill me and take me to my next meal. How did 32 Mondays change my approach to weight management? Let's see. Again, just making sure that I'm always prepared. Another great thing was going to Trader Joe's with you, because you really taught me to look at the labels, because sometimes something looks like it's healthy, but when you actually read the labels, because of what was in it, the glycemic guide index might have been a little bit high. So really now I make sure that when I pick something up, I'll look at the back to see, does it have canola oil? Does it not have canola oil? So I could even be healthier in the way I eat. I like talking to you and your smile, and actually the way that you're very positive, and I think that you really tried to figure out what was important to me and what was my stumbling block, and by finding out what that was for me, you were able to help me individually learn to do things. And I think early on you realized that I was eating okay, but that the way that I was eating maybe not, or like the things that I was eating. So going to the store with you was very helpful. Cooking with you at home and making a couple of things that are quick and fast that I can do and not be stressed about it. Not really. I thought that it was pretty easy to follow by being prepared. That wasn't a roadblock. I like to cook, so that's not an issue for me. So no, I would say it was very easy. Arantxa made me gain a better understanding of me and the way that I perceived food, because I was always afraid of gaining weight. So for me to really understand that by eating, and by eating properly, what I was doing was fueling my body and making me lose the weight instead of not eating, and then just getting stuck and being very frustrated, and that turns into a bad cycle. So that was really great that I was able to learn that. So now I'm not afraid of food. Let's see, since I've started with Arantxa, I probably have lost close to 18 pounds. So even though maybe people didn't notice that much that I had gained weight, I mean, I knew it. So I've just like slimmed down, and now it's great because everybody's like, oh wow, you look so fantastic, and you know, they really wonder why, and I tell them it's because I'm eating, which is kind of counterintuitive, but so it's fun to tell people that. I found it to be a great experience. I didn't feel like I had that pressure, and you were very supportive. And if one week I came in and I was kind of bummed because I didn't lose any weight, you know, you were like, don't worry about it. It'll happen. Just continue to do what you're doing. Also learning to do some of the weights. I thought that was really helpful because then that builds more muscle mass as opposed to the fat. So I thought that was really great too. And that was helpful. I feel great. I think that I would tell them that they should trust themselves and that they should put their trust in trying to learn how to not necessarily change and make things that they won't be able to live with for the rest of their lives, that they should look at it as just a different way of doing things and incorporate that into their everyday lives. And if you do, then you don't feel like you're on a diet because you get to eat everything. It's not like you're excluding anything per se. So to just go with it and trust that your body will react positively, because it does, and you're good to go.